Okay, this only took a few minutes to pull back. Just took the air box out. There's a couple bolts. I'm like maybe 5 minutes into it. Just pulled that back, disconnected that, stuck it down in there because it was kind of in the way. Because we got to get down in here. Even left the battery and everything. I'm gonna swap out this solenoid box here, cluster, and the input and output sensors. I don't know which is which, but I'm probably gonna have to pop these off to get up to all this. So, you know, there's an in and out. It probably goes back to the transmission cooler here. So, we'll see. Doesn't look like they've ever been out. So, okay. So there's oil in that plug. It looks like some kind of fluid. So the wire was going over, so I had to unplug it first. There's what size is that? 5/16. 5/16. There's a little nut. It's right there. This plug comes out, and it was over this. So in order to get this off, I went ahead and just cut those back a little bit, and then you twist them and pop them off. Let's see. Yeah, and nothing comes out, so that's good. That should be, I'm thinking that's, just tuck that back in there. Thinking that's coolant. So pretty easy so far. I'm gonna change this one out, and we unplug that. It's plugs here somewhere. It's right there. But anyway, all this stuff needs cleaned up. Both there, both there. Hopefully that thing comes out. Any tip goes there. And it was 1 inch, I think, but all I had was 1 1/16, so it wasn't in there real tight. So I popped that out because you need the deep socket. And we'll put that back together. Slightly different. There's a plate right there, that silver plate right there. It pops off, and then there's another gasket, and they only give you one gasket with these things. This is a Borg Warner, and I matched it up with another one from the auto parts store, and 80% of the vehicles have this one. Another one looks exactly the same, the aftermarket. The port's just a little different. The gasket they give you goes in between this and the plate, and then I reused. You got to retake all this stuff off and clean that surface because you're going to get tons of stuff in there. And then I just kind of dabbed the oil out of there, the training fluid, into a pan, so I didn't even have to drain it. And then I used. See, this is the old top gasket, and the bottom one looked the same. And then I used a little bit of this stuff, just dabbed it on my finger and then smeared it really good on it. I mean, just barely, to give it like a sticky surface. And this is supposed to be the best stuff. It's like 18 bucks. But yeah, and then so I reused the bottom one, cleaned it up real good, cleaned both surfaces, top and bottom of that aluminum plate, and then put the 3 bolts in there.